Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. And today, finally, we're going to be taking a look at one of my favorite ever LEGO Harry Potter sets. This is absolutely beautiful. Set number 76389, the Hogwarts Chamber of Secrets, with 1,176 pieces. This monstrosity of a set retailed for $129.99 USD or $130. Kind of expensive. However, this set has an amazing cast of characters with some brand new exclusive minifigures that we've never seen before, which is so cool. 11 figures in total, one of which is the Golden Voldemort. We have the Basilisk, we've got pixies, fairies, detailed, a huge, great modular castle setup, one that connects with everything else we've seen before. And I just can't wait to take a closer look at this. We're going to look at all 11 of the minifigures and that Basilisk first, and then I'll move on and show you everything else that's in here, the interior and everything. Stay tuned. It's going to be a long video, but it's also going to be a great video. All right, the first minifigure today is going to be the Golden Lord Voldemort figure, and I love this character. Just like all the other golden figures, his accessory is a golden wand, which looks great. He's got some very nice torso printing and dress printing there with some golden sparkles and some really nice robe designs. I also love the face right there. It looks very, very creepy. No arm printing. On the back, he just has the 20 years LEGO Harry Potter logo. Pretty cool. No back head printing or anything, as per usual for the character. The printing and everything looks great. I love the lines and everything. This is probably one of my favorite golden figures yet, just because of the level of detail. And just, I mean, it's Voldemort. You can't not like him. It's super cool. He also does come with that golden minifigure stand, which is really nice and going to prove to be a very versatile piece. I wish the Ninjago Legacy characters had come with golden minifigure stands, but I'll take what I can get, and I'm happy to have that here. Harry Potter is the next minifigure, and his accessory is going to be the Sword of Gryffindor, the exact same exclusive mold from the CMF series. I really love that. The hilt looks amazing, and I love how it has the trans red ruby insets there. Looks super nice. Really good mold. The character of Harry Potter, though, is very basic. He's got the exact same hair and facial expression we've seen in all the other variants. A open-faced Gryffindor's jacket right there. There's nothing new about that. On the back, we just have a tiny bit of printing for the coat, and then he's got a very nice scared expression. Nothing new by anyone's standards, but still good to get another Harry Potter minifigure. I mean, he's the main character after all, and always necessary for a good set. All right, Ginny Weasley, I've got some complaints for you. Number one, I hate your facial expression. It's used pretty much for Luna and for Susan Bones and for so many other characters. It's not unique. It's basically, I could take like half the Hogwarts students I have in my collection from the sets, and I have that facial expression. I think it's used for like 6 of them, and that's unacceptable. They really should have found some type of unique or just different face for Ginny. There are so many you could have picked from, and you just keep reusing the same face. There are at least 3 girls who are meant to be different, unique characters that all have the exact same face, and I just don't understand it. I'm actually pretty sure Luna has the exact same face as Ginny, and they're in the same set. That is ridiculous. They look nothing alike, and I don't understand why LEGO was so incredibly lazy. Like, this is a great set. Why do you have to let us down with something as stupid and trivial as a reused facial expression? Never before, I don't think, has LEGO reused the same face for 2 unique characters in the same set. That is crazy. But other than that, the accessory here is pretty cool. We have yet another version of Tom Riddle's diary. Opening up, there's nothing on the inside, just a black book with a sticker on the outside. Ginny has a very nice hairpiece there in red. She's got the traditional closed outfit for Gryffindor students. And on the back, she's got a frowny face and then the same back printing as Harry Potter and Colin Creevey and a bunch of other characters from other sets. Other than her face, great minifigure. Good to get some more Hogwarts robes. And honestly, I don't hate her too much. I just can't stand the fact they reuse that facial expression once more. Since we already started talking about her, here's Luna Lovegood. She has a brand new exclusive torso print, which I love. It's a very nice Ravenclaw one with a very nice Raven crest there. It's basically the exact same as Ginny's, just cast in blue with a different logo. Her accessory is a very nice book with some mountains and YY on it. On the inside, it's got that potions print from the Potions Classroom set. Her hairpiece remains unchanged from the original appearance in the CMF series, and she's got the exact same face as Ginny, so it's got the same frowny face in the back. The exact same back printing, just, actually no. It's slightly different, actually. The hood is a little different, and it looks very nice. It's just blue instead of red there. Minifigure looks great. Glad to get young Luna here. Although, I might have preferred maybe a different named character from the series. I think there were a couple more they could have done. Although, it's nice to get Luna here. Familiar faces are always welcome. Although, hers is a bit too familiar for my liking. Here's Justin Finfletchy, and he is exclusive to this set. His torso print is also unique. It's the exact same as Hermione, as Luna and Ginny's, except just in yellow for Hufflepuff with a Hufflepuff crest. His hairpiece is nothing new, and he is pretty much the exact same face as Luna and Ginny, just without the eyelash pieces. It's the boy version of the smiling kid face. Oh my gosh, it's so lazy. Why can't they just find some type of unique face for these characters? There are so many facial expressions they could have picked. Instead, they keep reusing the same damn ones. It's so frustrating. On the back, he's got a very nice hood piece that's, I think, the longest of all three variants. And then pulling that off, you got a frowny face there. Pretty neat. I'm just really bummed that it's a reused facial expression again. But hey, character's still nice, and it's nice to get a unique character, even if the composition of parts isn't necessarily the most unique. Our final student is going to be Colin Creevy, and he is fantastic. His accessory is going to be a very nice camera build. I really like the way that looks. Really, really cool dish piece. Very nice composition as well. His torso print is the exact same as Ginny's. No variation there. He's got the very nice, a very nice Han Solo hairpiece and a unique expression where he's got a very happy face on this side and then a kind of sad, upset face maybe when he sees the basilisk. And he's got a very nice hood piece there as well. A really great character. Super nice to have a very unique one. Also, he's got a unique facial expression, which wow, I did not expect that in a set like this. But hey, it's really nice to have him here. Great character, great minifigure. So happy we finally have him for the first time ever. Here's the Albus Dumbledore minifigure, and he is amazing. I love the pink design. It seems like it's definitely paying homage to the original design for Dumbledore, where he did have the purple and pink design back in the 2001-2 sets. Wow, so cool here. I really love the intricate printing and designs on the robes. I'm going to pull off his white hairpiece and white beard real quick so you can get a better look at that. Those pieces have remained unchanged since he was originally introduced. You can see all the really nice gold designs on there. So cool. Really nice facial expression. And on the back, no back dress printing, but he does have some back torso printing and an alternate facial expression should you wish to have that for him. Character looks great. I'm loving that printing. And it's always nice to get dresses in an exotic color. And this is definitely a very exotic color. Professor Sinestra is next, and she's the astronomy teacher. This is the first time she's ever appeared in Lego form, and I really love that. She has a recolor of her, McGonagall's hat. Looks pretty nice. Let's pull that off, though, because it's really not doing well for her face. It's shadowing it quite badly. She's got some golden arms, which is great. And she's got a very nice, like, splotchy, leafy dress with some tassels and a really nice open robe design with a belt. Looks super cool. And on the back, she does have a facial expression with no glasses. So, very versatile face here you can use for custom minifigures. No back dress printing, but she's got some back clothing wrinkles. Really cool. I am a sucker for unique minifigures. This character has every single part is exclusive, and she's a brand new figure. So we have a unique figure and a unique composition, which is so good. Love this figure. We need more like this. I really wish they spent half as much as they did on this figure on the messed up facial expressions of some of the younger students. Here we have Gilderoy Lockhart, and I think he suffers from the fact that there is no cape included for him. He definitely should have had a cape. I think it's a really bad missed opportunity because he always has some kind of a cloak on. I know they haven't really been doing capes for the new versions of the characters and everything, but Lockhart is a character who definitely needed one. That being said, I do like the minifigure. His facial expression is the same as the one from Diagon Alley, as is his hairpiece. No leg or arm printing, but he's got a very nice, like, coral salmon-y suit jacket there. Really nice printing. And then on the back, pulling that off, you can see he's got the spinning expression, and then a very nice wrinkles and buttons on the back. Really good-looking minifigure. Lockhart is one of my least favorite characters, and it's really good to get him in Lego and some more variations here, and also in a less expensive set than the Diagon Alley one. Here's the Tom Riddle minifigure, and he's definitely inferior to the version that came in the exclusive book. However, it's nice to get him here as opposed to a set that isn't really a set and not something that most people would typically have. So it's good that he came in this set. I really do like him. However, I think his legs really should have been dual molded. The printed coattails does not work when it does not continue onto the side. There's a lot of breaks there in the continuity. I think it would have been so much better to print that piece gray on like a dual molded black as opposed to trying to print it all on gray. It doesn't work for me. However, the torso print is amazing. I love the old-fashioned Hogwarts robe. Cedric Diggory hair is nice as well, and he's got a unique facial expression. A very upset frowning face on this side and a very angry yelling face here. He's got the exact same hood as the other students. However, this one is in gray, not green like a Slytherin would have. Pretty nice. Very unique character. I'm really glad to have him here. It's always nice to get a second version of him, although I definitely prefer the older one, but it's nice that he's, more widely available. And the final character is going to be Nearly Headless Nick. This is the second time we've gotten this figure ever in LEGO Harry Potter's history. And this character is actually glow in the dark, which is so neat. I'll show you that in just a second. The printing here is fantastic. There's leg and torso printing. really cool. It's a very nice, well-designed figure. It's got a nice looking face there, and then an alternate facial expression where he's upset. Then some really nice back printing, though. But what you really want to see is how he glows in the dark. So let's turn off all the lights and take a look at that. And there's Nearly Headless Nick, and wow, he really does glow. All of him, except for his hands, is a very nice glow-in-the-dark plastic, and he looks super, super cool there. Actually, this is really neat. He's like my favorite ever character, and the camera's having trouble picking it up, but he looks so cool. And I'm really, really happy that they actually went and made a glow-in-the-dark ghost. You can actually see that the back of his head does not glow. You need to expose this to light. It's a really nice-looking plastic. And wow, this is just so neat. I really wish they would make like Moaning Myrtle and Peeves and everything in this glow-in-the-dark treatment. I hope other characters get this very soon, but definitely a great figure here. The Cornish Pixies are amazing, beautiful, so cool. Look at this. Oh my goodness. I have wanted a Cornish pixie for so long, and I think the Baby Groot mold was exactly the right way to go here. These characters look amazing. I love their faces. I really wish there were more of them, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. These characters are beautiful. I love the translucent blue, and I really hope we get more of them at some point, maybe in a CMF or something, because I would just buy so many to get so many of these characters. They're adorable little devils, and I'm so happy we finally have them in LEGO form. There are 3 owls included in the set, a traditional Hedwig, a very nice tan owl with some pretty unique printing, and then the golden owl that's used to make up Dumbledore's pulpit. This is the swooping Hedwig design in gold, which is really, really nice. The owls look good. There's not too much else to say about those, though. We do also get a copy of the Sorting Hat. This is the, I believe, 3rd time it's appeared, and it looks good. I love how the wrinkles make up the face and everything. The hat looks great. On a minifigure, it also looks fantastic. I'm a big fan. It's always nice to get this set in some more sets. This piece in some more sets, and it's been a couple years actually since the last time we had it, so good for new people so they can, have this iconic part of Harry Potter history. All right, listen, you're gonna hear me rant about this during the entirety of the review, but I figured I'd address it here as well. There are so many frogs in this set for like no apparent reason. Look at that. So many chocolate frogs, so many frogs. I don't know why. I just wanted to mention it because they're animals and everything, but there are so many frogs, and that's crazy. But really what I want to talk about here with the widescreen is going to be the basilisk. This thing is intense. I love this snake design. There's a brand new unique head mold with a jaw that can be closed, much like the dinosaurs from Jurassic Park. There's some really nice eye printing there as well. And the mouth opens, you can see dual molded teeth on the inside. The snake can do a full spin there, so you can have this design be whatever you want. The body in the middle is brick built and using some very nice teeth pieces. And then the tail also can be spun around however you want. So you can have the snake lying down, you can have it rearing up, you can have this kind of like doing whatever you want. It's very unique and modular and posable, so you can really put this snake in whatever position that you want to. And the head is actually close enough to the ground so that a short version of Harry Potter can actually stab it with the sword, and that leads to some very nice playability. There we go. Although he does fall right there, you have to put it up a tiny bit more. The basilisk is amazing, and this is something that we have desperately needed since 2018 when we got that horrible brick-built black one. That, I don't even know what to call that. It was definitely not a basilisk. This is the right color, a unique mold. It's not terribly brick built. This is exactly what LEGO should have done from the beginning. And I'm super, super happy to have this. This is probably the best basilisk I've ever seen. I'm just blown away by how good it is. Now, real quick before we move on to the chocolate frog cards, I wanted to mention that every character here does come with a wand piece. I just didn't include them because I've gotten tired about talking about them. They all have the traditional wand colors, and there's a bunch of extras included as well. So have no fear, the playability there is fantastic. All the minifigures included are great. We have so many exclusive characters, unique prints and everything, and it's a very good selection, especially for a set of this magnitude. You kind of get a very nice broad scope, a lot of students and everything. I think it's weird that they did not include any Slytherin characters besides Tom Riddle. I would have thought we'd get at least one small Slytherin student because we have, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, Gryffindor, no Slytherin, which makes sense. You'd have to, I don't think any of these characters could be easily omitted. I think they all have a very, very unique and special to the set, but I think maybe a 12th Draco Malfoy figure should have been added, especially since the Dueling Club is a play feature of the set, and Harry did duel with Draco, and he's not here, and I'm definitely feeling the loss, but it's pretty much all I want to say for the minifigures. They're great, really excited. I love minifigures, and these are definitely some of the best we've seen for a Harry Potter set, with the exception of a couple of facial prints. All right, and the Chocolate Frog cards I got in this set, there were 6 of them. We have Godric Gryffindor, Severus Snape. We have 2 of the Albus Dumbledore card, which I already have another one of, so that brings my total up to 3. We have another one of the Newt Scamander cards. That also brings my total up to 3 for that character. And then we have, I believe this is Helena Hufflepuff. Pretty cool. We got some very nice cards. I love these 3. Those are unique. But again, the duplicates is killing me. And you're going to hear me scream rant about these in the next review I do, because I got 3 of the same card in one set, which is absolutely ridiculous. I really hate the Chocolate Frog cards and everything they stand for. I think that we definitely should have not been able to get duplicates in the same set, let alone at all. But I understand getting duplicates at some point, but 2 in the same set is not okay, especially when there's so many to collect, and this is such an expensive set, and you're just not getting Chocolate Frog cards. That's... And there are people who could totally get like 3, maybe 4 of the same card and be totally shit out of luck. And that is just the worst thing. I think LEGO really bungled it when coming to these cards, and I really hope they learn from their mistakes and make these either widely available or just don't ever do something like this again. Ugh. All right, now that we've taken a look at the minifigures, it's time to take a look at the build of the castle. This is the setup from the exterior, the way they want you to put it. Now, the best part about this set is that it's 100% modular, and you can mix it about, redesign, remove everything, and make it whatever you want. So I'll show you some more of that at the end of the video. I'll have maybe like 5-10 minutes devoted to building this in different ways and adding other sets. But for now, the exterior, we have another one of those printed, stickered rather, Hogwarts crests, same as the Fluffy Encounter set, which looks cool. I love the arches here. Such nice architecture. I love the ice cream cone piece as well. Really neat. We have the the entrance to the Chamber of Secrets. I'll show you that in some more detail later. Perch for an owl up there. Some really nice greebling and everything. I love the stone design too. And of course, a perch for nearly headless Nick. Now, the part you all really want to see is going to be the interior. So let's spin this castle around. And it's a solid build. But there's also so much on the inside here. Wow. So I'm going to break this all apart for you real quick, and then I'll show you each of the sections individually, because I figure that's the best way to do this. So, boom, 2 sections. There's 2 main pieces. There's this tower, and there's this tower. And this is like the Great Hall and the entrance to the lair of the Chamber of Secrets. We'll take a look at that second. First, we're just going to have this section right here. We have the brand new Astronomy Tower, Lockhart's office, Lockhart's classroom, and the entrance to the Chamber of Secrets. So we'll look at all of those individually real quick, and then move on to the Great Hall, and then the entrance for the Basilisk for the Chamber of Secrets. All right, the first section here is actually comprised of 3 pieces. We have the top of the Astronomy Tower, which I just broke, so ignore that. Here we go, we have that section, and then this actually does split apart, and there's a Technic pin hole there as well. And really cool pieces here. So let's remove all the minifigures, because there's a bunch of them and they're kind of in the way. We'll leave Lockhart sitting down. So the first one, the tower that goes on top of here, it's just a very basic tower. There's 2 attachments on the side, Hedwig on her little perch right there, which you can remove if you want, because there's Technic pins there as well, so you can attach whatever you want there. On the other side, we just have another Hogwarts spire, which can be removed as you please. There's a very nice star chart sticker right there with a Bionicle mask. You can pick that up. That's a really neat Easter egg. We also have a telescope that points directly at the interior of a wall. I don't know. I feel like you definitely should have moved this at some other way. I don't know. It's weird that it's pointing directly at the wall. There's also a glow-in-the-dark ball right there. I'm not sure how well you can see that. I'll show you some glow-in-the-dark features later. And that's a really neat tower. Pretty cool, and you can put that anywhere. Moving down, we have Gilderoy Lockhart's office, and this thing is intense. First off, he's got a very nice wig right there. It's the exact same hairpiece he's wearing, just, you know, an extra one for him to change out, because he's very vain, probably has a ton of different hairpieces like that. There's also 4 different pictures of him on the interior there. You got him and Harry, him holding, looks like a mirror. We have him killing a dinosaur, holding a net, I'm not sure, and him in an aviator outfit. And there's also a stack of 2x2s rather, and on one of those you have a sticker of him flying on a broomstick, signed Gilderoy Lockhart. I believe those were the things that he was having Harry sign in the original, when he originally found the Basilisk. We also have a chocolate frog in the back there. Kind of see it sitting on the windowsill. There's a lot of those scattered throughout the set, which is very strange. Then, of course, the desk build is pretty nice as well. And then the other section here has another chocolate frog sitting next to the broomstick. Not sure why. And it's pretty much just a tiny piece of the tower to close off the top of this roof. And we have a very nice attachment there for nearly headless Nick, so you can have him flying. There's not too much there, honestly. It's really just an extra kind of part they wanted to add to fill out the set. Overall, though, that looks really nice. I'm a big fan of the way that comes together. It's a really neat looking building, and it's a very nice topping for the castle, something I'm really enjoying here. One of my favorite rooms here is going to be the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom. First off, The Cornish pixies are the coolest. I know we took a look at them earlier, but still, wow, so neat to have them here. Let's get Justin and Luna out of the way. And now we have just the classroom. There's a really, really nice triple candle holder in the back there. Really love that. Brand new mold. A potion, a pink frog, then a really nice portrait of Gilderoy painting a portrait of Gilderoy. Yeah, interesting. He is a very self-centered egomaniac. Then another picture of a wizard right there. I believe that's him. Little skull on the desk. And much like the other sets we took a look at, this piece does come out, so you can reach your hand in there for play, and you can clip that back on if you please. I'm not sure what this is meant to be. It's a chair, a stool, I'm not sure, but there's desks right here. The building itself is pretty simple. It's really just meant to be the classroom. There's a lot of playability room in there to set up displays like you saw earlier. I'm really drawn to that sticker though. That's a really, really nice sticker of the painting there. Super love that. It's just a really nice detailed classroom. Also, brand new mold there is super cool. I don't have too much to say about this one like I did the other ones. It's a really nice classroom. Definitely glad to get a remake here because it's been a long time since we got this last. And the last section of this part of the castle build is going to be the entrance to the Chamber of Secrets. There's a very nice slide here, and you can actually take a minifigure and drop him down, and he just slides there like that. And that's pretty cool. You also, if you don't want to do that, or you have something else sitting on top here, and you can't actually access that slide, if you spin the building around, this rock face actually comes off really easily, and you can just drop the minifigure and slide him into the chamber like that. You can do that, or I'll show you later, if you attach the bathroom, you can actually send Harry through the bathroom onto the slide, and it works perfectly. That's something I'm really looking forward to showing you guys, but again, here from the back, you can just slide him in, and that rock piece is very easily removable. The rest of this build is very simple. It really just has a couple of those great pieces, some very nice bones, a white frog. They really decided to put in frogs everywhere here. But yeah, a bunch of those bones, some more bones on the other side. Very simple, very basic. It's really just meant to be a playable entrance to the chamber. Not too much special to say about it. Oh, I really do like that black slide piece. And I think the fact that you can add and remove that rock face in the back to slide them in, the fact that you can add the bathroom on top of this, it's super neat, something I'm a huge fan of. And I can't wait to show you guys how it actually all connects together. And here's the second main section of the castle, and honestly, I think I like this a little bit more than the last one, just because it's so big and so detailed. There's a ton of stuff here. Actually going to take it apart a bit more to show it to you. Not going to show it to you like this, but the main feature here is going to be this amazing face of Salazar Slytherin, the entrance to the chamber with the door and everything. Then we have a brand new great hall with a really nice roof design, and also this is can be turned into a really nice dueling room, so I'll show you that as well. We're going to take a look at the top first and then just work our way down. So let's take a look at the very top of the build. So there are actually 4 sections right here, not just one, which is pretty interesting. The roof here is 3 different pieces. There's each of these 2 triangle sections and then one in the middle there. So starting at the top, we have a very nice tower with yet another chocolate frog. I don't know why there's so many. We have a really nice sticker for a Hogwarts banner, this time with a crest of all 4 houses as opposed to individual ones like we saw last time. And lifting this banner up actually reveals the sorting hat, not necessarily in the proper location, because it should be in Dumbledore's office, and it is held up with a poop piece, which I find very humorous. But yeah, the sorting hat is just kind of locked back there. We have a crystal ball with, I believe, a glow-in-the-dark head in there. A chessboard made up of 4 squares, kind of, I don't know, it's not the best chessboard. We have a very nice printed head right here. Wow, that's a really scary looking face. I have no idea what they're supposed to use that for, but it's pretty neat. And then we have a blue gem as well over there. And then moving down, we have another chocolate frog and some cups, a fireplace, and then Dumbledore's pulpit with a golden head wig, a golden owl with the arms outstretched, which looks incredibly accurate to what we saw in the movie. Really cool to get a golden recolor of that owl right there. That looks super neat. There's also a ton of floating candles. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So that's really neat as well. There's also a feature here for a dueling club, because what they did in the actual movie was they kind of took away this whole section of the dining rooms and made it into a dueling club. So you can take, they don't have Malfoy in the set, which is disappointing, but you can take like Mr. Finfletchy here, and you can actually, boom, launch him, and the table gets like launched, he goes flying off. There's also a snake here, so you can Harry can conjure the snake that attacks Justin Finfletchy. So there's a really bunch of fun playability stuff you can do there. And you can always put Lockhart too. I believe it was Lockhart who got flung back by Snape. So you can have him standing there and just have Snape, who's not included in the set, which is a bit unfortunate. You can have Lockhart just like flung away by Snape and launched. Of course, it's a very tight fit. You could probably see just my hand for most of that. And unlike the other parts of the castle, it's not a good way to kind of remove stuff to play around. You can take off the top section there, but you still can't get your hand in there because it's a really tight fit, which is a bit unfortunate. I really wish there was a way around that, but I don't see how they could have realistically done that and still kept such an amazing model. It does look, it's much larger than the normal castle sections. If you look at the size of like the bathroom and everything, that would just be from here to here, as opposed to the extra plates they put on either side, which I guess makes sense because this is the biggest section and should be noticeably bigger than all the other ones. It's still really great though. I got no complaints, honestly. I mean, so what if it's a little difficult to play with? I mean, I don't care. The build itself looks fantastic, and I love how they have the roof come in separately there so you can move different sections off. And of course, the green is a really nice color. I'm happy to see it return. I think it works a bit better than the gray just for nostalgic reasons. And I love how you can easily convert the dining room here into the dueling club. Now, some of you might be wondering, hey, I thought there was a whole nother table. And there is, actually. It's really weird. So the front of the Great Hall actually only appears on top of the Chamber of Secrets. So you have to display these parts together. You can't mix that around. When you place this there, it actually does add another table with two great stickered cereal boxes. You have owls. Oh, owls. Oh, I get it. Some kind of owl cereal. And then Pixie Puffs. They're gobbling great. And then another chocolate frog. Two more of those cups. And then a croissant. And it just kind of extends the Great Hall, makes it a little bigger, a little deeper. But it's also even more difficult to display and play in there with the dueling clubs. You'd have to clear everything off the table and then try again. And I mean, that would work, but it's probably easier just to remove the section when you do that. And now, probably my favorite part of the section. So I say that every time. I say this is my favorite part, but this time, it's legit serious. We have the Chamber of Secrets part. And while it's not necessarily as good as the 2002 version, which I will do a comparison of eventually, we have an amazing brick-built, stickered face here for Salazar Slytherin. The eyes are stickered, but the beard, the mustache, everything, all the hair is completely brick-built, and that looks super cool. We also have these really, really nice Ninjago snake heads for designs. I really like that. There, of course, were always lines of different sculptures and everything in the chamber, and get to see that like trans green and gray snake head there is super cool. I'm excited for people to build like armored warriors with those because they do fit on normal minifigure bodies, which is super neat. And over here, we have some owl poop with an owl kind of resting there, and then another chocolate frog. Why are there so many in this set? Like, don't get me wrong, it's nice to get them, but like, it's in every single section. There's at least one frog. Actually, no, I think every single part of this set, every single building has a frog. All but two of them are chocolate frogs. One of them's white, one of them's pink, the rest are chocolate. I actually didn't notice that until now, but I'm looking around. Every single part of the set has a frog, which is the weirdest thing. This piece does detach as well. You can just pull that to the side. And this is the chamber entrance with the door and everything. I'll show you that in a bit more detail in a couple seconds. But right now, we're just going to look at this part. Now, Salazar Slytherin's mouth does actually open. You can push this piece out, and it's a little rock face. There's actually a basilisk fang in the very back there if you want to hide it. And that has this whole part open in the back. It slides in, so when you pick it up, it doesn't fall out. And when you do that, it does fall. But you can, the designers thought of that, and you can actually push these two pieces in place. And now it doesn't come out unless you actively pull it out or move those clips around. There's also some torches back there. What this does, however, allow the actual basilisk to come forward through the chamber. So it's a little bit of a tight fit, but you can actually fit the snake coming out of the mouth, just like you did in the movie, which is really, really cool. Although you do have to kind of do some creative bending around and everything to get it to fit, because it is a really tight fit, but it does actually come through completely, and that is something that's really cool, and I'm super glad they actually did include that. It makes the set so much better, in my opinion. It's a bit of a clunky kind of, it's a bit clunky. When you have the whole castle built up and you pull it from the back, it looks so, so cool, and it works very well. It's a really great play feature that I'm really glad they included. There's also a couple of extra studs back there if you want to hide a character. Maybe stick Tom Riddle kind of like chilling on the back there if you want. It's pretty neat. There's also a normal frog on the back there, green one. So that brings the total number of colors of frogs in this set up to 4. I don't know why they just... comment down below, guys. Tell me why you think they managed to include so many frogs. Like, did LEGO have a frog quota that they just kind of missed out on this year or something? I have no idea. And the final part of the set that we have to take a look at is going to be the entrance to the Chamber of Secrets. Now, I don't like this. Don't get me wrong, it looks amazing. I really love the owl on top with the poop and everything. It's a really nice design. I love this new dark tan owl. But the door here, it's so flimsy. You pull it open and it's on like a really, really far out hinge. It breaks easily. And you have to really manipulate it into closing. It can pop up. It slides up and down way too easily because it's on a huge staff piece, and it's very difficult to get looking right. However, when you do, it does look great. We use these really nice half snake pieces from the Ninjago line in gray, and that looks incredibly realistic and accurate to what they looked like in the movie. There's some very nice glowing green orbs right there, and then some spikes on the bottom as well. And then spinning this around, it's just, there's nothing back there except the frog again, but there's enough room for you to pass a minifigure through. Harry can speak his Saya Hesiet, I think it was, the parcel tongue to open this up and everything. It'll swing open. Pretty cool. It's a really nice feature. I'm glad they included it, don't get me wrong. I just wish they had found some other way to get the door to open. Maybe something more along the lines of the Hobbit door from the Lord of the Rings sets, because that was a really nice circular door. I think maybe if they brought that piece back or done something similar to that, they could have gotten a really nice feature as opposed to a passable feature. But I'm still happy with what we got, and it looks really great. All right, and now the part that you've all been waiting for. It's time to combine all of the Hogwarts castle sets that I have so far and mix them all into one giant castle. Now, in the instruction manual, this is every set that it tells you to combine. However, there is one more set, the retail exclusive Quidditch set, Quidditch Corridor, that is a retail exclusive that will not come out until August 1st, so that will not be included. And I will be doing an update video when I get that set with all the other ones, so please stay tuned for that. But for now, let's take all of these sets and combine them. And first, I'm going to show you the way that the instructions have you do it, and then I'll show you some other creative fun ways. And here we go, one giant completed castle. Of course, it's not completely pieced together yet. You just have to clip that in place. And if you want, there's Technic pins that are included. Put one down there, and then let's get that section in place. Now, I'm only using one pin to connect each section. There are enough that you can use two for an even sturdier connection, but I don't feel the need to do that, especially since I'm going to be taking it apart in a couple seconds anyway. I do have a couple extra pins included, so let's just put that together. And there's the last piece. Maybe. There we go. And of course, there is this part included too. Put that over here. 1, 2, and push. There we go. One giant castle. Barely fits on screen. Wow, that looks so good. If you don't want to use the pins, what you can also do is you can just have the pieces next to each other and angle them. Let's look at this from the front real quick. Wow, it's almost as long as my arm, and that does get left behind very easily. Just a side note. Let's push this down a bit. It could be clipped in a bit better. There we go. Let's grab the piece that we missed, and let's swing that back over here. I am thoroughly impressed with this. The modular castle design is something that LEGO should have been doing a very long time ago, and I get they had somewhat of a plan during 2018, 19, and 20. However, this just looks so much more impressive because it's one coherent build meant to be mixed together. Different sets add different play features, some of which I'll show you in just a second, and that is truly amazing. I also love how the rock face continuity continues here. Looks really good. It gets progressively more rocky. Bit of a break here, but that's totally okay. I mean, you can just switch those pieces if you really wanted. That's totally cool, though. And let's spin around here. And now let's take a look at the interior here, how this looks. One thing that I really like is the bathroom now. When you lift this up, there's a hole that leads directly into the slide. I talked about that earlier. We're going to use this Harry Potter minifigure. No, it's not the right one, but it is a one. And if you put him down there, he goes right into the slide. And that's impressive continuity, considering that's exactly how it's supposed to be. So to recreate that scene, I guess you could take Lockhart as well, and maybe Ron and everything, and slide them all down. That would be perfect. Over here, we have the Forbidden Corridor. You can lift that up, and straight from Fluffy, you can drop Harry into the clutches of the Devil's Snare, just like, I'm supposed to. And let's put Fluffy in there. We can even put Fluffy asleep, and there's enough room that we can also toss the golden harp into the room right next to it. There we go. And that's the harp that plays Fluffy the song to sleep. There we go. And that's even more continuity there. Of course, we have the potions room. That section pretty much didn't change, but it's out of the classroom there. Now, I get it doesn't really make sense to have the classroom open next to the Devil's Snare plant. You could block that up if you really wanted to, or just leave it and pretend the entryway isn't there. I will say something impressive that I do like is that this was oddly colored in the Forbidden Corridor set. It's kind of like, why is it gray? Then I got the Chamber of Secrets, and the gray across the bottom looks great. Again, that is broken up a bit by the classroom here, but if you wanted, you could also reorganize everything, so that's not an issue. You can move this piece down there, add this on top. I'll show you that actually real quick while I have you, and then we can hook that into place. There is one problem. The Hedwig perch can't fit, so just pull that off. Not too difficult. And then you can just attach this into place right there. Click, click, almost. Sometimes those Technic pins give me a bit of trouble. There we go. Push that down. And if you really wanted, you can take Hedwig and her little owl perch and just move that over here. Boom. and there's another perch for Hedwig. And now you have a bit better continuity, in my opinion, because Lockhart's office is directly next to his classroom. And then, of course, the castle does look a bit taller. It's not as wide, and the gray on the bottom stays a bit better. It's still broken up a bit here, but it's not as bad. Of course, the harp is in the wrong place now, so you would have to move that up, maybe stick it on the edge here or something. You just put it right there, and I did totally break that, so please ignore that. But yeah, and then Fluffy goes there. Bathroom, everything's still pretty great, looks great. I mean, really, you could combine this in any number of different ways, and I'm really a big fan of that. That about sums it up, though, for the modularity of the castle part. I've talked for about 7 minutes now, probably way too long, and most of you are probably bored, but I had fun. I hope you guys did too. So let's pop back into the final verdict. Ha, just kidding. Forgot to take a look at the box and the instruction manual. Here's the box, and I am thoroughly impressed here. Set looks great. We have the glow-in-the-dark nearly headless Nick, the golden spell wave for the 20th anniversary. Of course, the logo there, and then all of the minifigures listed on the bottom of the box. Looks very impressive, especially with the golden figure there. The nice battle on the bottom with the basilisk too looks great. Really, they do a great job showcasing the amazing set here. They show off all the parts, including the pixies and everything. Front of the box looks fantastic. The back of the box does show the back of the set. It shows how every piece can become come apart and be very modular. Shows everything that you can kind of do with it. Different play features, the slide, the basilisk, advertises the 6 collectible cards, and then just shows all the play features on the inside, what the classrooms look like. We got the dueling club, Lockhart's office, the astronomy tower there, and then the Quidditch lessons. You can have Ginny Weasley flying around if you want. Pretty great. Love the box. Very detailed. Here's that instruction manual. It's a very large bound book. Very nice. Got the cover image there. On the back, we have the Windman. We have the parts list. 4 pages of parts. There's a lot there. We have the checklist for the wizarding cards. We have the design on how to combine all 3 of the sets. Of course, you're missing the retail exclusive, but, you know, who cares? Only the best is good enough. What? Sorry. Anyway, we have the picture of the completed set sections. Doesn't actually tell you to combine them all, but it shows you to combine them individually. Pretty cool. Not too much else in this instruction manual. Pretty basic. Still cool, though. All right, overall, I would have to rate this set a solid 10 out of 10. It is absolutely amazing. The best Harry Potter set I have ever had the pleasure of getting. For $130, I think this is a very fair value. You get 11 minifigures, pretty much all of them 100% exclusive, a brand new Voldemort, Dumbledore, Tom Riddle, for the first time, not including that book, newly have this Nick Glow-in-the-Dark, Professor Sinestra for the first time, a new Lockhart, you get Justin from Fletchy for the first time, Colin Creevey. It's just an amazing deal. You get a ton of rooms here, and I really like all the detail that's included here. Some really great prints and stickers and everything. And just honestly, the Hogwarts expansion is fantastic. And the Basilisk is so cool. I love the fact that we're getting a new chamber, and that this set meshes so well with the other sets of the line. It's just a testament to how amazing it is. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section down below, though. Let me know what you think of this set. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Are you going to get it? And do you think it's worth $130? That price point is a bit high. I think maybe 110, 120 would have been a bit better, but honestly, I'm totally okay with paying 130 based on what I'm getting here, and I am not disappointed in the slightest. I can't wait for next year to see if they continue doing sets in this style, because I'd love to just get a giant, another castle expansion to add to this, because I think they really have a really good theme going here, and I really hope that LEGO doesn't break it. There are so many different play features and display features for this set. There's something here for everyone, young and old, and that's something I'm super big fan of. I also really love how well it integrates with all the other sets, even the ones from 2018. You can see that in my room tour video, which I'll link right now. There's a big video there, a big section of video there where I talk about how this integrates with my Harry Potter table, and that looks so cool in my personal opinion. But honestly, that's all I got for you guys today. This video is super long, probably about half an hour at this point. Now, if you guys stuck around this long, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You guys are the true fans. I really enjoyed making this video. I really tried to cut it down, but there was just so much information here I wanted to get across to you about this set that I think the length is definitely worth it. But yeah, this set, if you have not yet gotten it and you're in any way, shape, or form somewhat of a fan of Harry Potter, get this set. You get all the mainstay minifigures here. You get a really nice Hogwarts build. You get the Basilisk. You get enough stuff here that you're 100% satisfied, and it's a really good taste of what Harry Potter really is. Thank you guys so much for watching, though. That's all I got for you guys today. Make sure to check out the rest of my Harry Potter reviews. I should have some more ones for Hogsmeade and Fawkes coming out soon, and you can check out the Forbidden Corridor, the bathroom, and the chessboard, which I've done already. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you all in the very next video, and wish you all have a fantastic and safe rest of your day.